Start with Charles, please. Charles, obviously, 11 years in the UFC to get to this point, but there you are with the belt in front of you, sitting next to the women's GOAT. I just got to ask, what's the emotion for you as you sit there right now for the first time in that seat of honor?
Com isso.
É uma longa trajetória, né? Do lado de uma grande campeã. Para mim é uma grande honra. E, pô, eu tô aqui para isso. Eu quero estar do lado dos melhores, eu quero ser um dos melhores. A minha história foi feita para isso.
It's a great honor to be here next to the GOAT. It's been a long path, and my path has led to this. I'm here for this. I deserve this, and that's why I'm here.
Charles, Dustin actually said earlier this week that he was happy for you when you won the belt because he's seen your journey, knows what you've been through, and he was happy for you. So I'm curious, do you consider yourself a fan of Dustin? Have you enjoyed watching him and his journey?
Também pela trajetória dele.
Com certeza, é uma história gigantesca. Ele é um grande campeão, merece muito estar aqui. E com certeza amanhã a gente vai fazer um grande show.
By all means, he's got a great path here. It's a wonderful career. It's going to be a pleasure to fight him, and we're going to go through war tomorrow.
Nice. Hey, Charles, we know how special the moment was to win the belt, so just ask you, what would this win for you mean? Your first title defense, what would this represent for you in your career?
Isso é um legado. Eu nasci para isso, eu nasci para estar aqui. Vocês sabem da minha história. Os médicos falaram que eu não podia jogar uma bola. E hoje eu sou campeão mundial do pesos leves. Então a minha história é gigantesca.
You know my story. I have doctors when I was 10 years old telling me I couldn't even play ball. I was born to be here. My path has led to this. You're gonna see this. I was made for this.
You know, you had this similar opportunity in 2019, right? And obviously didn't go your way, disappointing night. But I'm just curious, what's the biggest difference this time around? I mean, is it something within you? Obviously, you're not flying halfway around the world. What's the biggest difference this time?
If I didn't advance in the last few years since that title fight, I wasted a few years. You know, I think I'm a better fighter, more well-rounded, and just a little bit better mentally. You know, in that fight with Khabib, when I got up and exposed my neck, maybe losing the round and taking that a little bit slower instead of losing the fight would have been a smarter decision. You know, just be smarter in my movements. I got a lot of experience, and that was another huge learning moment for me to put these, fights together. There's so much going on at all times in there, and small mistakes, small slip-ups like that can be detrimental.
And Dustin, you had that amazing quote the other day where you said this fight is like 25 minutes for eternity, right? I mean, but I'm just curious, does that mean that like you look at this result as a way to measure your entire body of work? Like, can you not be happy with everything that you've done if you don't walk away with this win?
Nothing that I've done from the moment I laced up a pair of boxing gloves, the moment I put on a pair of mixed martial arts gloves and hit the mat, ever has been done in vain. I've created a beautiful life for my family. I've learned so much about myself through the process, and things that these lessons I've learned I'm very grateful for. But being the world champion is forever. 25 till eternity. That's what's going through my head every night when I go to sleep. You know, and it means a lot to me, man. I can't put into words truly what it means to me and my family.
When you look at Julianna, does she have anything that you have not experienced in that octagon?
Honestly, what Julianna has is just not to lose, So I just have to be sharp because I see her style many times in my whole career. Her best friend, Miesha Tate, is like, if you watch Miesha Tate fight, it's the same fighter right there. So I see before.
I mean, she has to say what she has to say, and that's fine. That's a part of the game. You know what I mean? We've been talking about this fight for a very long time. At UFC 200, when she beat Miesha, she said that she would fight me, and she didn't. She let Ronda Rousey cut the line.
You lose all your fights.
I actually won, and I beat the girl that ragdolled you, as a matter of fact. I beat the girl that beat you that night, and you said in the press conference that you would fight me, and you absolutely did not fight me. You let Ronda Rousey cut the line after she got knocked out.
You never were a contender.
You picked a can, and you've been continuing to pick cans. Everybody that you pick has already lost and been defeated.
You never were
What I mean, you're gonna say whatever you gotta say, but the reality is that UFC 200, you said you would fight me in the press conference, and you still have not.
You
So
lost
this is something.
after that.
This has been something that's been brewing since UFC 200. That was what, 5 years ago. You guys act like I'm just making this up or I'm trying to trash talk. This is actually facts that have happened in my career. This is things that have actually happened. I'm not making this up. You said you would fight me at UFC 200.
Sarah
and you
McMahon
didn't.
almost beat you. I beat Sarah McMahon years ago.
Oh, big deal. So we both won and we both beat the same opponent.
Who?
We both beat Sarah McMahon.
Oh,
Is that what
Germaine
you're
beat
saying?
you.
Okay, I beat Shayna
Valentina
Baszler before
Shevchenko
you beat
beat you,
Shayna Baszler.
so
Big fucking deal. What does that have to
what
do with
is like-
anything? It doesn't make any
You
sense
a
what you're saying.
liar.
If you think about what you're saying, it
You a
doesn't make any
liar.
sense. You're trying to say
You a
because you
liar,
beat
girl.
Sarah McMahon faster than I did.
It's beautiful
that-
for
that-
you. You
that-
talk the truth. In
I'm
front of
telling
the
the
fans
truth.
here. All
I'm
right?
telling the truth.
No, you don't.
How am I not? You're trying
Nah.
to take my win away from
Nah,
Sarah
you're
McMahon.
not.
I
You're
beat
not.
people that you beat too. So
All right.
Let me
move
jump in the
on.
middle of this. Who's got the next question?
So right now on that stage, how is the weight cut going?
You know, I feel great. I have one of the best, doctors and nutritionists in the game, Dr. Matea, Kappa Nutrition. We've been working for 8 months. This hasn't been an overnight 8-week camp to get down to flyweight. This has been years in the making. I had a flyweight title shot over a year ago. I got COVID. Things happen, ended up losing the Rob Font. It goes on. So when Kayakar France came up, it was a great fight. This dude begged me to fight. He put himself in this situation. I worked for this opportunity. There's a different mindset. He has an average mindset. I have an elite mindset. And that's what the difference in this fight's going to be.
Kai, do you have any response to that?
I guess we'll find out come Saturday night, Bring that
That's-
same energy.
And that's the best thing about this sport. We can talk all we want. Come Saturday night, you're going to find out.
Finally, one more for Cody. I know you're focused on Kai, but there is a man further down that table that you've had a lot of war words with on Twitter. So
Let's go. Hey, listen, this dude, he comes out here and he does the thing, he walks his walk, he dresses, does the hair, but he's got different problems than no-love problems. He's got Julianna to my right, and Julianna is battle-tested in here way farther than he's ever been.
have anything else to say?
You don't want to talk.
He's
He does not
won
want-
one fight since 2017.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's good. And you haven't fought anybody. Who the fuck have you fought?
You've won one
Exactly.
fight. since
But listen, I can't be
2017.
mad at this kid. Look, I can't be mad at this kid. He understands when he jumps up in competition, his hype goes away, his money
Why'd you go
goes
to-
away, his
Why'd
little
you go down to
sponsors go
25?
away because he'll get his
I
ass
asked for
beat
that fight.
straight up.
Why'd you go down to 25? I thought it was because of me.
I'll weigh in tomorrow at 25 and fight you at 35 and still kick your ass.
That's how stupid you are. Why would you do that?
Easy. It's your easy work. But I'm not worried about you. I'm focused on Kaya
Sound a
Kara
little
France.
worried.
You should be. Can adults speak? Can I speak? You got Holy on.
You sound a little worried.
I sound what?
A little worried?
About what?
Me?
A fucking clown sitting to my left? Bro, I'll eat your
I
hair
think
like
let's
cotton
just
candy.
square up a little bit.
I'll
Get the
eat you like
fans,
cotton
let's
candy
Square
like you
up
look
and
like.
just, Dana, can me and Cody square up just for the future?
Please, let's do it. We're
Just
doing
a
it right
little
now.
Square up.
Hot sauce for everybody. Everybody gets a bottle.
Who wants to stare off? We can stare off.
Thank you.
And for Ponzinibbio, where would you rank Jeff among your opponents you fought before?
He are tough. Everyone there in this top 15, the best fighters in the world, the best competition division in the world, man. Everyone are tough, man, but I don't care, My goal is the belt. I'm more than ready. I won 8 on my last 9. After this victory, this Saturday, I put 9 victories on time fights. 2 times I know come out on number 8 in the world, man. I'm more than ready for this belt. I am back, hungry than ever. After I'm sick, after the all problems I need to pass, I'm fighting for my life, and any human can stop me right now.
Honestly, I'm ready for everything. She bring it up Saturday. Honestly, I'm the kind of fighter. I don't play with my opponent. I'm always focused, and I know I have 25 minutes, to finish her. I just have to take my time and pick the shots in the right times and finish the fight. No matter what if she show up Saturday, I'm gonna have the answers and I will finish her. This belt not gonna go anywhere, baby. I'm telling you.
As the former champion of the bantamweight division, what does it make you feel when you hear Sugar Sean O'Malley call himself the unranked champion of the bantamweight division?
I just laugh. I think it's comical. I think this guy's a joke, but like I said, I'm not facing him, and he's got Julian, so that's who he should be focusing on. But hey, you know what? He got the hype. He's building up the hype. He's got the fans behind him, so he's got to go out there and prove to himself. And he's unproven. So at the end of the night, he's still unproven. He still has a lot to prove in this sport.
Julian, what do you make of that when he says he's going to knock you out on stage? You fought his teammate Kyler in the last fight. What do you make of his talk?
Cara, a única coisa que eu vou falar aqui pra vocês, vou colocar esse palhaço no lugar dele sábado. Vou colocar esse palhaço no lugar dele. Qual é o lugar dele? Não é no octógono, é no circo. Então sábado eu vou colocar ele no lugar dele, valeu?
I'm going to say I'm going to put this clown where he belongs. And where does the clown belong? He doesn't belong in the octagon. He belongs in the circus, and that's what I'm going to do on Saturday.
Hey, let's go, man. Let's go.
As it was said when you entered the stage, the best Argentine fighter to ever enter the UFC. Can you describe the following you have in Argentina and how big this event is back home for you?
For sure, man. There's growing a lot. This is sport the most growing in the world, and also in Argentina too. You know, Argentina, South America, the sport is growing. They watching me. I'm a reference for them. You know, I'm so happy to represent my blood, represent my people. I come in working so hard for so many years, man. I living 15 years ago in my house to Brazil, going behind my dream with nothing in my pocket, you know, and a big dream, you know. I'm here watching for my dreams, you know, and listen, I'm close to that. I put 7 victories in a row. I am sick, but I am not. I am back. I am back hungry than ever, man. And I'm gonna beat this guy. This Saturday, I'm gonna put 9 victories on my last 10 fights, and I'm gonna go to the belt.
How would you say that reality has matched the expectations you had when you were a young fighter?
You know, I knew it was gonna be a journey of hard work. As a young fighter thinking about fighting, I never thought I'd have the setbacks and the adversity I've had throughout my career. Of course, you think it's gonna be smooth sailing like a movie till you raise a belt up, but I'm thankful for all of it. And I still am waiting to find out what that moment feels like when I wrap that undisputed title around my waist, and then I'll be able to look back and tell you.
All right, go ahead.
For Julianna, I know how confident you are you're going to win this fight. Is it your expectation if you do that you would have to give Amanda an immediate rematch? And more on top of that, would you ever consider going up to 145 and trying to get that belt too?
Yes, an immediate rematch, and when I win that fight, I will be 11-2 in the division, which is a better bantamweight record in the history of the bantamweight division. And as far as walking up to 145, I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable in knowing that 135 is my proper weight class. But we'd have to cross that bridge when we get there.
You know that not gonna happen, right?
What's not gonna happen?
You're not gonna be a champion, girl.
We'll find out Saturday night. We will find out Saturday night. One of us is gonna be dead wrong. We will see.
We will.
Okay.
Put it down in your head right now. We will sleep. Think about that.
Put it down in your head because we were already supposed to fight and you had COVID.
That is my time, my month.
We'll see.
December is my month, baby.
We'll see.
Yeah, for this fight, I'm going to be auctioning off everything I wore to the octagon, and we're raising money to provide 300,000 meals for Louisiana through Second Harvest Food Bank. Yeah, thank you guys. Back before my foundation was an actual foundation, just when I was auctioning things off or selling on eBay and giving money to local charities, before I had my own charity, I did work with them and we raised 2,000 meals. And this is like circling back, you know, and I'm just thankful for the position for sure.
You left Argentina with a dream. You had to live in a tent in a beach in Brazil. You get to the Ultimate Fighter. How you see after all this year the growth in the UFC and the growth in Latin America? Because you are one of the biggest ambassadors of Latin American MMA.
Listen, I need to do a lot of crazy shit for I don't have money, I don't have contact, I don't have nothing. I just only have a big dream. I go to Brazil just with I can do with nothing and I start my way, you know. I have 15 years working so hard. You know, I did a lot of work, and for this, I'm gonna say nobody can stop me. You know, my life, my history, the life, give me a lot of power. My skill is better than ever. You know, my mentally, my history, my people, give me a lot of support, man. I'm the best Santiago Poncinibio ever, and I'm gonna show this when I knock him out this guy in the Saturday night.
You have a whole continent behind you. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
How much do you welcome all the fire that Julianna is bringing to this fight?
She doesn't. She didn't show up.
Of course, like I take longer. I got the COVID. I have to recover, of course. I don't
For
need
the
to
second
lie.
time.
Like, why am I gonna lie? I have COVID. Like, it's not. I did it. I recovered. Now I'm here, ready to go, ready to kick Juliana's ass. So, gonna happen.
Sean, you're up here, you're doing face-offs with people that you're not even meant to fight against. You've got the crowd behind you. I'm curious, do you feel that you're living up to the sugar show that you said this pay-per-view was gonna be?
Yeah, it is super cool to be up here. I'm constantly, squaring off with Cody or whatever. There's just so many fights for me in the next. What, bud? Cody's one fight away from the commentary booth next to Dominic Cruz, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Paid, still done more than what you're ever gonna do in this career. You're never gonna amount to nothing. Trust me. Once you lose again, get carried out on another stretcher, you're gonna find out why. Where you're gonna be at. Where you're gonna be at. Where are you gonna be at? Exactly.
I don't even know what your question was.
I feel like you answered it.
There we go.